Shock detection. Water has memory. Scientists have just discovered what they have called the Millennium discovery, and a huge revelation in human consciousness, the memory water. Scientists from Germany believe that memory water, which is considered a simple and familiar liquid, has now been closely examined to reveal a valuable scientific revelation. By examining each drop of water under an ultra-high-resolution microscope, scientists were able to see that each drop had its own micro-pattern, with flawless and unique beauty in two independent experiments. In the first experiment, a group of students were asked to make one drop of water from the same water source at the same time. Through analysis of individual droplets, it is found that the water droplets created by each person have a different image. In a second experiment, the scientists dipped a flower in water. Then take out a drop of water from there to study. Under an electron microscope is an enchanting image that resembles a flower dipped in a vase. When the experiment was repeated on different flower species, the magnified image of the water droplets also looked completely different respectively. But this result suggests a general conclusion: memory water may, according to the scientists, develop a new perception of water. German scientists believe that water moves and stores information from all the places it passes, thereby connecting people and sharing different sources of information as they drink it, depending on its journey. Since the human body is 70% water, the above finding even suggests another theory: in every single tear of a person, there are memories and feelings of the people and events he has met. Not only the ability to remember, a Japanese scientist has also discovered that water has the ability to think. Water crystals will change when exposed to different elements. This is evidenced by a microscopic image of water crystals by Dr. Masaru Emoto, director of the Heido Institute, organization, in Tokyo, Japan, and his team. A typical example is that if the outside of the water tank has positive labels such as love or thank you, the water sample will produce brilliant crystals. On the contrary, the water sample from the tray labeled negatively as hatred and devil will create ugly and deformed water crystals. More interestingly, samples taken from a lake after an earthquake were completely unable to produce crystals. However, after someone reads a prayer, the water samples can form crystals again. Water is indeed not as simple as it seems. Professor Pollock once told the Epoch Times that his teacher once said, "You can do whatever you want in life, but don't study water, it's not a simple subject." Largest sea on Titan, Saturn's largest moon, estimated to be over 1,000 feet deep. Titan, the largest of many Saturn moons, is one of the most interesting places in the solar system, and scientists suggest that there may be some strange life forms in liquid methane lakes of this moon. Instead of the vague, wavy details that we can only guess as a stream or drainage channel, these images are undeniable proof that at some point in Titan's history, and perhaps even now, liquid organic substances, hydrocarbons, have flowed on the surface. The images from Huygens have come to help us understand more about this Saturn moon. Far below the gaseous atmospheric shroud on Saturn's largest moon, Titan, lies Kraken Mare, a sea of liquid methane. Cornell astronomers have estimated that sea to be at least 1,000 feet deep near its center, enough room for a potential robotic submarine to explore. After sifting through data from one of the final Titan flybys of the Cassini mission, the researchers detailed their findings in the bathymetry of moray sinus at Titan's Kraken Mare, which published in the Journal of Geophysical Research. The depth and composition of each of Titan's seas had already been measured, except for Titan's largest sea, Kraken Mare, which not only has a great name, but also contains about 80% of the moon's surface liquids, said lead author Valerio Poggiali, research associate in Cornell Center for Astrophysics and Planetary Science, CAPS, in the College of Arts and Sciences. A billion miles from Earth, frigid Titan is cloaked in a golden haze of gaseous nitrogen. But peeking through the clouds, the moonscape has an Earth-like appearance, with liquid methane rivers, lakes, and seas, according to NASA. Titan represents a model environment of a possible atmosphere of early Earth, Poggiali said. In this context, he said, To understand the depth and composition of Crockenmare and the Moray sinus is important because this enables a more precise assessment on Titan's methane hydrology. Still, we have to solve many mysteries. One such puzzle is the origin of the liquid methane. Titan's solar light, about 100 times less intense than on Earth, constantly converts methane in the atmosphere into ethane. Over roughly 10 million year periods, this process would completely deplete Titan's surface stores, according to Poggiali. In the distant future, a submarine likely without a mechanical engine will visit and cruise Crockenmare, Poggiali said. Thanks to our measurements, he said, scientists can now infer the density of the liquid with higher precision, and consequently better calibrate the sonar aboard the vessel and understand the sea's directional flows. Titan has an atmosphere like Earth. It has wind, it has rain, it has mountains. It's a really very interesting world, and one of the best places in the solar system to look for life. So what exactly does the Moon's surface look like? Well, it has a rich topography. About 2/3 of Titan's surface is covered in flat plains. Around 17% of the Moon, mostly near the equator, is covered in sand dunes, while nearly 14% of the surface consists of hummocky, or hilly, terrain. A small slice of the surface is covered in what scientists call labyrinth terrain, a network of highly eroded valleys. Titan's new geologic map shows why it's one of the most exciting moons in the solar system.